There are some forgotten cemeteries that are way more evil than others. My name is AJ from Most Amazing, and these are top 10 forgotten cemeteries that are hiding evil spirits. At number 10, and sorry if I butcher this, is the Capuchin Crypt in Rome. Deep within Rome, Santa Maria della Cantazione de Cappuccino Church, I definitely butchered that, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna try it again, lies a secret that's anything but ordinary. Below its surface, beneath the hallowed halls, rests the Capuchin Crypt. Don't expect your usual serene cemetery here, no. This crypt is home to the remains of 3,700 Capuchin friars, but it's how they're arranged that's the real kicker. Think skulls, skeletons, and walls adorned with the macabre. It's like stepping into a twilight zone where the line between life and the unalive blurs into something that's eerie and fascinating. And if that's not enough to make your heart skip a beat, look up and you'll find bones repurposed into light fixtures. If you're enjoying the video so far, you can support this channel by pressing like, subscribing to Most Amazing, and ringing that notification bell. At number 9 is the Stull Cemetery in Kansas. Legend has it that this cemetery is like the front door to the underworld. Yeah, you heard me right, a gateway to hell itself. Apparently, Satan himself had a rendezvous with a human lady here, and their unholy offspring rests in peace, or maybe not so peacefully. People claim that they've spotted strange lights dancing around here at night, a real mystery. And on top of it all, there are whispers of shadowy cults doing their spooky thing amidst the tombstones. Oh, and there's also a dilapidated church there too. Legend has it that if you dare knock on one of its old stones, you might just get a surprise visitor. Satan's very own RSVP, maybe? At number 8 is Noria in Chile. Back in the 1800s, labor laws were, well, not so worker friendly. Noria, once a bustling salt pepper mine, turned into a ghost town with a dark secret. The mine's harsh conditions and accidents claimed the lives of countless workers, even children. Now, the forgotten cemetery holds the echoes of these tragic souls. Some say grave robbers sought the treasures hidden among the graves, while others whisper that the spirits themselves may not rest in peace. Whatever the mystery may be, coffins lay open across the field. At number 7 is the Glasnevin Cemetery in Dublin. Again, sorry if I butchered that. This resting place for legendary Irish figures like Charles Stewart Parnell and Michael Collins holds a chilling secret. Originally created for Catholic burials, this cemetery had a sinister problem in its early days. Body snatchers. Yeah, you heard that right. These grave robbing fiends were so active that the cemetery had to up its security game. Towering watchtowers lined the high fence, and guards roamed the grounds with bloodhounds, keeping a watchful eye on the dearly departed. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. Just next door we have John Cavanagh's, also known as the Grave Diggers. This isn't your ordinary pub. Back in the day, bar staff would slide glasses of whiskey through a secret hole in the wall to, you guessed it, the grave diggers on the other side. At number 6, you guys are totally gonna hate me in the comments for this, it's Père Lachaise Cemetery in Paris. I'm so sorry. This resting place isn't just about tombstones and tranquility. Some say that among the shadows, you might catch a glimpse of victims from the war of the 1940s, wandering between the graves in search of their final resting spot. And while the supernatural specters add an extra layer of intrigue, let's not forget the famous residents like Oscar Wilde and Jim Morrison, who found eternal residence here. But there's more to this cemetery than just tales of the beyond. Picture this, a memorial to the unalive, standing solemnly, a tribute to the lives that have passed. And not one, not two, but 3 World War I memorials standing strong amidst the tombstones, reminding us of the sacrifices made. Now, back in the day, this place wasn't exactly a stone throw from central Paris. So cemetery masterminds at the age pulled a marketing move of the ages, relocating the remains of iconic French figures like Molière and Pierre Abelard to the grounds. And guess what? It worked like a charm. Parisians flocked, eager to eternally rest beside their legendary compatriot. At number 5 is Capela de los Ossos in Portugal. Amidst its historical beauty lies a rather bone-chilling secret. Enter the Capela de los Ossos, or the Chapel of Bones, a macabre of masterpiece. It's like the Capuchin Crypt, but bigger. We're talking around 5,000 human remains. Yeah, that's a lot of bones. Now, this chapel isn't your typical Sunday service spot. It's the final resting place for bones plucked from various church cemeteries in the area. Sort of like the ultimate recycling project, but with bones. And who's the brainchild behind this bone-tacular creation? A 16th century Franciscan monk. He had this deep thought. Since life is so fleeting, he whipped up this chapel to get people pondering their existence. Oh, and did I mention the hanging guests? Yeah, this chapel is quite the host. Swinging from the ceiling on ropes are the remains of 2 individuals. Sort of like a grim party decoration, but with a historical twist. At number 4 is the Ganges River in Varanasi. Now, the Ganges is more than just a river. It's the spiritual lifeblood of the Hindu religion, flowing from the Himalayas to the Bay of Bengal, a whopping 1,569 miles of holy water. Now here's the twist. Hindus believe that if you're cremated on the Ganges banks in Varanasi and your ashes are gently placed into the sacred river, bam, you're on the fast track to salvation. Sort of like a cosmic express checkout. But there is a catch. You see, with the influx of these blessed bodies, and well, not so blessed ones, things get, shall we say, crowded. Picture this, bodies floating down the river, some lovingly placed, some maybe not so much. And guess what? Some end up washing ashore. Now when you've got dogs and flies entering the scene, well, let's just say that it's a feast fit for the creepy crawlers. With all these departed souls lingering around, it's no wonder that folks strolling around the Ganges banks often get a spine-tingling sensation, a shiver that whispers of otherworldly presence. At number 3 is the Old Jewish Cemetery in Prague. In Prague's eerie old Jewish quarter, there's a cemetery that holds a peculiar secret. It's called the Old Jewish Cemetery, and it's got quite the history. You see, religious law says that Jewish graves can't be destroyed or tombstones taken away, so when they ran out of space, they got crafty. They piled up soil covering existing graves and placed tombstones on top. Picture this, 12 layers of graves, tombstones, and maybe 100,000 souls resting as densely as sardines. At number 2 is the Resurrection Cemetery in Chicago, a forgotten cemetery harboring tales of eerie encounters, not just one, but 2 separate Bloody Marys. And no, I'm not talking about the drink. We've got the notorious May Queen of Scots and her American namesake. Now let's focus our attention on the American Mary. Imagine attending a funeral at the very cemetery you'd find yourself laid to rest in. A tragic tale of a chilling turn as this poor girl Mary met her untimely demise, unalived after leaving that very service. Drivers cruising by this sinister spot report an unsettling sight. A hitchhiking girl dressed in a ghastly white party dress. She flags them down and requests a ride, only to be asked to be dropped off at the cemetery gates. But as soon as she enters the gate, she vanishes into thin air. At number 1 is the St. Louis Cemetery in New Orleans. Venturing into the heart of New Orleans, you'll stumble upon the enigmatic St. Louis Cemetery. Beyond its ornate tombs and intricate ironwork lays the hidden tale of voodoo and mysticism. You see, this burial ground is no ordinary resting place. It's home to legendary Marie Laveau, sorry if I butchered that, the voodoo queen who weaves her spells from even beyond the grave. Whispers of her power echo through the cobblestone paths as visitors seek her favors, hoping to have their wishes granted. A place where history intertwines with the supernatural, the St. Louis Cemetery beckons the curious to unlock its secrets if they dare. As always, if there's a forgotten evil cemetery you think I've missed, feel free to let me know down in the comments. This has been AJ with Most Amazing, and I'll catch you all in another video. Peace out.